Where do I start? I don't know. I'm just gonna be explaining in this video where I've been for the past couple of months while I haven't been making videos. Um, so where do I even start off? It's very hot right now, so I'm just trying to enjoy the breeze. So if I don't look at the camera, it's because I'm very hot. But in May, my diabetic doctor, started me on a new prescription insulin, and she said it would help me kind of crave my stomach, lose weight, and manage my blood sugars more. So, and she said it would cause some nausea and sickness. So I took it anyways. The first dosage, because I had to take one dose a week, and the first dosage that I took, I was about 3 hours later, I felt very just sick. Very sick. And so then I started throwing up. And then I got to the point where I had started throwing up green stuff and acid. So I went to the hospital. And they admitted me into the emergency room because my blood sugar was high and I was dehydrated. And when they put me in the emergency room, I think on the second day, they took me to the operating room and did I think it's an endoscopy, if I'm correct. But yeah, they shoved a camera down my throat to see what was going on with my stomach and what was causing the irritation. And they seen that it was a stomach ulcer. So, yeah, so I had a stomach ulcer. And every time that my blood sugar was low, relatively low in the hospital. And I lost about 25 pounds from not eating, because they tried to feed me in the hospital, but I just didn't have the courage to eat. I was so weak. So then I was in the hospital for 5 days. On the 5th day, I went home, and I went straight to sleep. And then I woke up that night and had a headache, and I would just continuously have these headaches after I came home. And so I would try to take like a warm bath to kind of cool it off, to kind of like get rid of the headache and stuff. Then I take a Tylenol, and then I put a heat mat on my stomach, because I get a lot of cramps too, because anything I ate, the ulcer would just throw it up. The ulcer would just make me throw it up. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry the camera cut off. But yeah, this went on for about 3-4 weeks. And that's how long I went without eating. 3 to 4 weeks. And around the second week of June, no, end of the week of June, I think Saturday, it was a Saturday. Yeah, it was a Saturday. And I fell on the ground. I tried to get up, go to the bathroom. I fell on the ground. I was so weak. So my mom, her car was working at the time. So she called 911. They came and picked me up. And I went to the hospital. They said I was dehydrated. I lost 56 pounds. I was 312 pounds. I went shrunk down to 256 pounds. So, and they considered me malnutrition. So they rushed me straight to the ICU from the emergency room. And in the ICU, I spent the night there. The next morning, they woke me up and told me, I was so groggy. They told me they were gonna put like a feeding tube down in my nose, down my throat. And then I wasn't agreeing with it, because I don't like things going up my nose. But they said but my mom said they had to do it anyways. So I just did it. I mean, it felt uncomfortable, and I was bleeding and puking. It was horrific. So horrifying. Horrifying. But Yeah, and then that night they said it had moved, so they had to pull it out and put another one in the opposite nostril. They were going to try the opposite nostril. And they tried the opposite nostril, and it was a lot of resistance. That's all I have to say. I was bleeding everywhere. My whole shirt was covered in blood. But yeah, they got it in. It stayed in. It was very uncomfortable. It was hard to breathe. And then the second day, they kept me. They were just tube feeding me, and it was disgusting. It would when I sniffed in to take a breath, I could feel it and taste it, and it was just horrifying. And I don't ever want to experience it again. The third day, no, the second day, they put me on foods again, like actual like food with texture. And I had to learn how to adjust to eat again with the nasal, with the feeding tube in at the same time. So they were doing both because they wanted me to gain some weight before I went home. So I did that, and then I started taking medicine. Ooh, excuse me. They started giving me medicine for the acid reflux and stuff, and the stomach ulcer. So, yeah, then I started improving, and then around the third day, I got up, started walking. Then, I started feeling like myself again a little bit. And then on the fourth day, they said, look, we know the feeding tube is probably bugging you, because it was hurting my throat. It hurt to swallow when I woke up. So they said we can take it out, and if you keep down solid food, we won't have to put another one in, or B, we can take it out, but we have to put another one in if you can't keep your food down. So I risked it, and I said take it out. And I kept my food down, so I didn't have to put another one in. It felt so good to actually breathe air. It just felt so great. And then the fifth day, they told me I was going home, so I went home. And I've just been, I gained 30 pounds, so they wanted me to gain somewhere around 45 before I went home, but I gained 30. Then I kept a routine, like, eating schedule going, an insulin schedule. They put me on a new insulin. They got that icky insulin started it all, I believe. That triggered the whole thing. So they took me off of that insulin because my doctor said that was the worst diabetic reaction he had ever seen to it. So he took it off of me. And so now I'm not on that. I'm on another medication that I was on before, and it settles in my stomach. It doesn't settle in my stomach bad. It actually settles in my stomach and does the job. So that was in June. It's August now. So we're going on 8 weeks. And I've had the same eating schedule, eating a light meal for breakfast. Some days I skip lunch. And then I have a meal with a lot of like protein and veggies for dinner. And then I don't have any snacks or anything. And that's just straight water that I'm drinking. And then I'm exercising. I'm walking around, moving around my new house. I got a new house, a new room. So I'm pretty sure you guys seen a glimpse of my room. But yeah, so it's a lot of fun, exciting things about to happen on my channel too. Fishing, I'm definitely gonna do some fishing in fall. I'm gonna do some gardening in the fall. I'm doing gardening in totes. I'm gonna show you how to do it in a townhouse or an apartment complex. What else are we doing? We have a bagpiping competition in November, and I'm going to show you guys me practicing and stuff. Some shorts and videos of me practicing the bagpipes and practicing with my band. But we got a competition. I'm going to vlog that whole weekend because me and my family are going to stay down in Richmond for the Highland Games. I'm going to be performing there. So we're going to try to get first place in a championship. So we got a lot to stay forward to. I will see you guys in the future because I just started school. I'm trying to get back on my school schedule, so I don't have time for videos right now. But somewhere in September, I'm going to start making videos. So, yeah, I'll see you guys then. All right, peace.